Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive into today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, especially what lessons you take from this. Let's get right into it. I'm 33 years old, and I run a custom motorcycle restoration shop here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We specialize in vintage Harley-Davidsons and rare European bikes, machines that only real enthusiasts and collectors appreciate. It's not a business that rakes in millions, but it's steady, honest work, and I love every part of it. Picture 1970s Triumph Bonnevilles, 1950s Panheads. Stuff that takes patience and skill, not some quick oil change garage. About 15 months ago I started dating Serena. We met at a coffee shop in Uptown Charlotte. Hit it off almost immediately. She seemed genuinely interested when I mentioned what I did for a living, asked questions about how I restore old bikes, even visited the shop a few times to watch me work. But her family, completely different world. Upper middle class, both parents were accountants, practical, career-focused people who valued degrees and promotions above everything else. Her mother, Judith especially, had this cold politeness about her from day one. Never outright rude, but she had this habit of asking about my long-term business plan, and whether I'd considered moving into more scalable industries. She didn't have to say it aloud. I wasn't the guy she envisioned for her daughter. Still, by month 6 of dating, I found myself sitting at their dinner table every Sunday in their quiet suburban neighborhood. Judith would cook these extravagant meals, and her husband, Martin, always talked stocks and market trends. Funny enough, I didn't mind it. Martin was sharp and the food was good. Plus, Serena seemed happy having me around, even if her mom's approval was a lost cause. Then last Sunday happened. We arrived at her parents' place around 2 p.m., same as always. Judith made her usual spread: roast beef, garlic mashed potatoes, everything fancy. After we ate, we were just lounging around when Serena got a FaceTime call from her old college roommate, Amber, who now lives in Seattle. "Oh my gosh, Amber. I haven't talked to you in forever. How's your new job?" Serena laughed as she walked into the living room to take the call. Meanwhile, Martin and I started clearing the table. I could still hear their conversation from the kitchen, laughing about old college stories, catching up on mutual friends. Then Serena called out, "Mom, come here. Amber wants to say hi." Judith headed to the living room, leaving me alone as I finished up in the kitchen. I went to grab my jacket from the closet near the living room, and that's when it happened. Amber must have asked about me because I heard Serena's voice, quieter but not quiet enough. "Oh, him. He's sweet, but don't worry, Mom. I'm just having fun. I'd never actually marry a low-rent mechanic like him." Judith laughed softly and replied, "Good. I was beginning to worry you were getting too serious. Honestly, can you imagine bringing a grease monkey like that to my company events? He's fine for now, but let's not be foolish." Froze, standing just out of sight, hearing every word. Serena sat on the couch facing away from me, Judith across from her in a chair, the phone propped between them. They had no clue I was right there, hearing exactly how they saw me. And you know what? I didn't feel anger. Felt clarity, like puzzle pieces finally locking into place. I calmly walked back to the kitchen, told Martin I had an early work emergency, and slipped out the back door. No scene. No words. I drove home in silence, thinking about everything. Not hurt, just seeing the truth for the first time. Serena had been playing house with me for over a year, all while planning my replacement behind my back. Monday morning, I kept busy rebuilding a 1972 Sportster engine. Good work for sorting through things. Serena texted around 10 a.m. "Hey babe, you left early yesterday. Everything okay?" I replied, "Yeah, all good. Busy with the Sportster." She suggested dinner that night. I said I'd be busy all week. Tuesday she called, voice tinged with concern. "Adam, what's going on? You've been acting weird since Sunday. Just focused on work. Are we okay?" "We're fine, Serena. I'll let you know when I'm done with this project." She seemed confused but didn't push. Likely relieved to have her grease monkey, too busy to bother her. Wednesday, I stopped by her place and quietly removed everything of mine. Tools I'd brought over, jumper cables, a socket set. Things I kept there out of habit from helping her fix her car or move furniture. Thursday, I updated my emergency contacts at my bank and insurance. Months ago, I'd listed Serena since I have no family nearby. Not anymore. Then Friday morning came, and for the first time ever, Judith called me directly. Adam dear, Serena mentioned you two had a disagreement. Everything all right? Interesting. Serena told her we fought but clearly skipped the part about what she said. No disagreement, Judith. Everything's fine. Well, we missed you Sunday. You're coming this weekend, right? No, I'll be working for the foreseeable future. That's sudden. Did we do something wrong? No, nothing wrong. I just realized Sunday dinners aren't a priority anymore. She kept probing. I kept it polite but firm. Hung up before she could dig deeper. That afternoon, Serena showed up at my shop. Adam, we need to talk. About. You've been distant all week. Are you ending things? I've been thinking about what we both want long term. What do you mean? I wiped my hands and looked at her, still in her business outfit, looking more inconvenienced than concerned. I mean whether we're actually compatible. Of course we are. We've been together for over a year. Have we been together, or have I just been convenient for now? She went pale. I don't know what you think. I know exactly what I think. I heard everything you said to your mom on Sunday. Her face drained of color. That wasn't. I didn't mean it like that. How did you mean it? You called me a low-rent mechanic and said you'd never marry me. I was just trying to get my mom off my back. I wasn't thinking. No, you were thinking clearly. You were being honest. You showed me exactly where I stand in your life. That's not fair. It's completely fair. You don't see a future with me. And that's fine, Serena. But I'm done being your placeholder. She tried to plead, but I simply went back to work. The weekend brought non-stop texts, apologies, excuses, promises it wasn't what it seemed. I ignored them. By Sunday, Judith called again. Adam, what happened? Serena's been crying all weekend. Did she tell you what she said on FaceTime? She said you overheard something and misunderstood. I heard your daughter say she'd never marry a mechanic and called me a grease monkey. There's no misunderstanding. Long pause. She was talking about you. She was talking about me to you. You agreed with her. Another pause. Then softly. I honestly thought it was hypothetical at the time. Well, now you know why I'm done with those dinners. That conversation ended awkwardly, but I could tell Judith was shaken. Probably realizing Serena twisted the story. Sunday evening, Serena showed up again. Crying, begging me to talk. Adam, please, I didn't mean it. You were being honest. You said exactly what you felt. No. I love you. No, you love convenience. You love a guy who fixes your car and your leaky sink, but not enough to respect him. That's not fair. Fair. You spent over a year playing house, planning to trade up. Go find yourself an accountant, Serena. Close the door. Days passed. She kept trying, notes, flowers even showing up at the shop. I told my employee Marcus not to let her pass the front office. Her friends started messaging me, calling me cold and unforgiving. But I wasn't angry. I was just done. Later, Judith reached out again. This time she apologized, genuinely. I realized I misjudged you, Adam. You've always been respectful to us, even when I wasn't. I didn't know much about motorcycle restoration, but now I understand it's a skilled trade. I regret how I acted. Martin called too, inviting me back for dinner. You're welcome here anytime. Camille's not invited. Even as Serena spiraled, her parents saw her for what she was. They respected how I'd handled it. Weeks later, Serena made one last desperate move, showing up at my shop with an engagement ring. I bought this to prove how serious I am. I want to marry you. You bought yourself a ring to fix this. I want to show you I'm ready. No, you want to marry me now because you got caught saying you wouldn't. This is the real me. No, the real you was on that FaceTime call. I turned her down again, firmly. She finally left for good. Her parents. We actually became friends. Martin even referred clients to me. Vintage bike owners who respect craftsmanship. Serena's reputation, meanwhile, crumbled among their friends and relatives. These days the shop's thriving. I've been seeing someone new, Renee. She's a nurse who rides her own restored CB750. No judgment. No pretense. Just shared passion and respect. Serena once texted me, "I hope you're happy." I didn't reply. But yeah, I am. The best revenge wasn't dramatic. It was quietly walking away and letting her reveal herself to everyone. She wanted a placeholder. She lost a partner, her family's respect, and her social circle's approval. All because she couldn't hide her real feelings. Me. I'm still restoring vintage motorcycles. Doing what I love for people who actually appreciate it. And now I'm with someone who gets it. That makes all the difference. If this story struck a chord, drop your thoughts in the comments, especially the lessons you took from it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone who needs a reminder. Real respect can't be faked. Turn on the notification bell for more powerful stories like this. See you in the next one.